Good afternoon, CFM. This is Coach Matt. Welcome to another week of training. We will, as we did last week, culminate the end of this week with our CrossFit Games 24.2 open workout. So today we're stacking the harder workouts more towards the beginning of the week. This one should be a very challenging one. Depending on how you load it, as always, you can scale it up, scale it down, depending on what you want to get out of the workout for today. So I'll just brief it to you as written and say that it was intended to be a relatively challenging workout, okay? So we're gonna go 3 rounds through in the warm-up. The first exercise is one that I love-hate from the military. It's called the 8-count bodybuilder. It incorporates a burpee, so I automatically like it. So the 8 counts are from the standing position. I go 1, hands to the ground, 2, kick out, 3, down on the bottom of the push-up, 4, top of the push-up, 5, kick the feet out, 6, kick the feet in, 7 is feet back underneath the hands or burpee jump, and then 8 is the burpee, okay? So full speed, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all right? So do that 5 times through. That's an 8-count bodybuilder. Next one is drinking bird. So 6 reps on each side. On the drinking bird, everybody do this for me, is try to keep your chin up and look ahead of you when you do this. Don't look at the ground, right? When you curl your neck forward, look at the ground. That sends a signal to the upper back to round, signal to the middle back to round, signal to the lower back to round. And all of a sudden, we're not doing a hip hinge anymore. We're just doing like spinal flexion, spinal extension. The purpose of the drinking bird is to drill your hip hinge in multiple different positions of the leg so that you can feel what it feels like to stretch the hamstring no matter what your feet are doing, right? That is the drinking bird. Next one is our foam roller prayer stretch, or like a moving child pose on the foam roller. So hands or thumbs facing up, and my up position is with my lats like sweeping down towards my hands. And then I'm gonna try to get my head through my arms, breathe in on the way up, exhale on the way down, okay? That is my foam roller prayer stretch. We'll get 8 reps of that. Next, we can get our barbell out, and you can progressively load this. Maybe first round PVC pipe, second, third round go barbell, and then barbell plus some weight, but just some front squats. Plain old vanilla front squats. It's going to be in the workout, so this is why I want to go progressively heavier with it, but main objective here is that the bar is resting on this platform created by my deltoid and my collarbone, and that my elbows are 90 degrees away from my body, right? And with the PVC pipe, I've got to really tuck it underneath my chin. When the bar weights down, the wrist, hand, forearm, elbow, right? All of those tissues will stretch a little bit, but give me 5 reps of a good looking front squat, practicing keeping those elbows away from the ground. And then the last one is just practice work of kips and scap pull-ups, right? So we're just warming up the shoulders, and I want you to prepare eventually for the workout movement you're going to do. And if that means pull-ups, that's pull-ups. That's great. This is a great opportunity. There's a relatively high volume here, so you can feel free to practice a little bit of bar muscle ups, a little bit of chest to bar pull-ups. If you wanted to throw in some ring work, that would be fine too. But there is definitely a whole segment of this workout that is just body weight pulling, right? So if you want to mix in any of those, talk to a coach, figure out an appropriate amount or a volume that would make it fit the time domain that we're looking for here, which for 60 pull-ups is going to be, I mean, it could be as short as like 2 or 3 minutes, or it could be as long as like 6, 7, 8 minutes, all right? So figure out where you want to be within that scope, all right? And then here's the workout. So it is chipper style, which means you're going to do all the reps, which are a relatively large number of the first exercise. And then you're going to do all the reps, which is again a relatively large number of the second exercise, then all the reps of the third exercise, then all the reps of the fourth exercise. So there's no rounds, there's no coming back to an exercise. Once you finish it, you're done with it for the whole workout, okay? So the first one is deadlifts, and it goes 30, 60, 30, 60, okay? And we're gonna go weightlifting, body weight, weightlifting, body weight. So the weightlifting movement is deadlift, so just from the shins up to the hips. And when we use the same weight on the barbell, the deadlift is intended to feel lighter than the front squat. That's just, it is what it is. A little bit more of a challenge on the front squat. The deadlift is at a weight that I would like everyone to try to get through it without stopping. So unbroken on the deadlifts. Next, we'll move to our hanging abdominal exercise, right? So the prescribed movement is toes to bar, but this could also be a hanging leg raise, a hanging knee raise, a hanging knees to armpits, or it could be a lying leg raise, right? But in some fashion, I want some tension on your hands and arms, and I want you to try to get your knees up, or your legs up, or your toes to the bar. Any of those are acceptable, and the lying leg raise is also acceptable, and this is 60 reps. So this is definitely one you're gonna have to game out. You're gonna have to pick how many reps do I do before I stop, and I always recommend staying like 3 to 5 reps away from failure. Don't go to where you can't touch your feet to the bar anymore. Find the range of motion of like knees above parallel anymore, and just keep doing the reps. Once you have deviated from the appropriate range of motion and continue to perform repetitions, at that point we're just teaching or reinforcing bad movement, right? So make sure you quit or you stop, take your pause before the bad movement starts, right? Next one is front squats. So this one we have to pick it up from the ground. So we cannot have it in the rack. This must involve a power clean, and that provides you with a little bit of an incentive to break off a large number of reps before setting it down, right? So I take that bar from the ground, power clean up to my shoulders, and now I'm just doing front squats. And this would be, at this point of the workout, it'd probably be tough to get 10 in a row, but that'd be great, right? And I would try to shoot for 3 sets, maybe 4 sets, depending on how tired your legs are. And then the final movement is back to the bar for pull-ups. And these are, again, 60 reps or an anyhow pull-up. So kipping pull-up is okay, butterfly pull-up is okay, jumping pull-up is okay, banded pull-up is okay. But whatever you do, we start with those arms straight and we finish with our chin over the bar, okay? That is our 4 movements, chipper style, for the workout today. As always, the volume and the resistance are totally variable to meet you where you are in your fitness journey and hopefully get you a fantastic workout. That is it for this Monday. I'll see you guys on Tuesday.